Because as always, we are just too sweet.
Wow, episode 40, Attention Wrestling Disorder. I said it backwards.
40.
Where the hell have we been lately? And we're only on episode 40 and we're 2 years in. What the hell is wrong with us?
Where's Hot Rod 521?
I am RJ Show, the whole show, nothing but the whole fucking damn show. What the hell?
And I am the Chucky Hashi, Chucky Coffee, the Counterbalance, whatever you want to call me this week. I'm going to be CM Chuck today because you know what? CM Punk is still the man, gentlemen.
Whoa,
yeah, right.
We'll talk about that in a second. Go ahead.
Will we?
And I am the Hot Rod 521, the 6-time and current ELW Fantasy Champion, back to back.
And also,
the only person in the world today to still keep the lights on for WWE's main event.
Pipe down.
and don't forget, level up.
Level up. I think there are like 2 people now who watch it. So
I have never, to this day, I've never watched an episode of Level Up.
So
You should. It's actually a really good show, but yeah, of course you're wrong.
Even CCW.
I can't keep up. I can't keep up. I got too much going on.
All right. Let's talk about your shirt.
Oh, my shirt? Yeah, I wore this just for you guys.
Coming back to AEW.
Hey, man, also it's the cancer.
The cancer. Tell me I'm telling lies. Tell me I'm telling lies. You have a belt in your red baggie. Tell me I'm telling lies in Chicago in your red bag. And it was the title that was stripped because of your really, really shitty attitude on the media scrum, starting a fight, being a cancer in the locker room, cancer maker, cancer master Punk, a cancer in the locker room.
But he's
And
also
here
putting
you
young
are,
talent over on TV, so I don't know what you're talking about.
People still booing you with a belt that you don't deserve because it was taken away from you.
Oh, he's turning heel. Give it time. He's turning heel. Stop.
Diseased attitude. Tell me I'm telling lies. Tell me I'm telling lies.
You're telling lies. Here's why. Here's why you're telling lies.
Tell me I'm telling lies.
I'm going to tell you lies. He's putting people over on TV. I don't know what you're talking about.
He has put people over on TV, but...
And that's what it's about. And you're all hating on him because he had an isolated incident. Yes, he's not the greatest person in real life, but as a wrestling fan on TV, he's great.
That's why Radio Jay does not like him. Let's get one thing straight. That what happened with him in the Elite is not the reason why I don't like Punk.
Tell me I'm telling lies. He got booed out of
that piece of garbage. Had the actual nerve to go tell the whole entire world that Colt Cabana shares a big account with his mom and trying to make Colt Cabana look like a loser. That makes you look like a piece of shit. That's my problem. When I was in the military, I shared a big account with my mom. Does that make me a loser too?
Yes, it does, Rod, because you're like Colt Cabana.
Shut the hell up.
Kidding. I am totally kidding. Relax.
Fuck that piece of shit.
There's nothing wrong with sharing a bank account with your parents. It's okay. Life happens. Things happen. We don't know circumstances. It's okay.
You know what?
According to that cancel on your shirt, there is.
Be the main event on Collision because it's nice to watch you lose. Yeah, good. You are supposed to be putting people over. Finally, you get it. Finally, you get it.
And he put over one of the hottest talents in AEW over and just got massively pushed because of it. So I don't understand the Punk hate. He's a great character on TV. He's entertaining.
Shit,
and he's putting people over.
He's a piece of garbage.
He is a piece of shit. Wow. When
They
Rod
basically split the brand. They split the freaking company up because of him, basically. But okay.
Well, we're on the episode where you 2 agree anyway because Slammiversary was last night, and guess who didn't watch it? Me, because boring.
That was one of the best pay-per-views of the year.
And I was right, Rod. I was right. You guessed wrong, buddy.
Okay, well, no one knew about the whole Eric Young situation till literally maybe an hour before the pay-per-view started.
The second Impact ended, and I saw that Team Canada thing. Who would you bring back? The 3
no one knew that Eric Young was gone from the company until well after, maybe a few minutes before the pay-per-view actually started.
You thought Bobby Roode was coming back.
But Eric Young came back. It was either going to be Rude Maybe
It wasn't going to be Rue. Rue just
or
had neck surgery, so it was definitely not going to be Rue.
the other Canadian, P.D. Williams.
P.D. Williams was going to be
He's
too,
a
though.
producer, so it wasn't going to be him.
Eric Young.
No one knew Eric Young had freaking. It was basically the same thing with Roderick Strong. No one knew Roderick Strong was released from the company until he debuted on freaking Dynamite.
Hey, at least they're not leaking shit anymore. That's a plus.
They're probably
That was a good. I agree. That was a good surprise. It was good seeing A1 in the crowd. It was good seeing A1. You haven't seen him in forever.
A1's back.
Okay, but they let a liar back in the building. Wow.
Did you ever hear the story about why they call him A1?
Wow. I didn't.
People like. I'm over Leo Rush.
Wow. Now I'm in MLW. Wow. And
Liar Rush.
Now I'm in Impact with another title.
Liar Rush.
Later, he'll lose it.
Hold it long. This is what I think is going to happen. Kushida's going to beat him for the title. Caption option C, and we're going to get a battle on the time splitters for the tag titles. I mean, for the world titles, excuse me.
Someone else is going to get that title shot and going to win that title shot before that happens because a walking weapon.
Not against Josh, but they're not just going to hand him back the title just because he's back.
Josh Alexander.
Let Shelly have like a legit good run.
Okay, so you know who didn't get a good run, Rod? Another guy who's never had the title before. A man named Steve Macklin. Where's his long title run, Rod? Where's his long title?
About him. Where is he at right now? Injured.
Yeah. Well, they better give him another.
Injured. So even if he beat Shell, he would have been giving up that title anyway because he's injured.
Whoa, you guys still talk? Whoa! I just had a nightmare, guys.
I'm so surprised.
I had a nightmare that you guys were rattling off on and on about Slammiversary. Oh wait, that was real life. That was real life. Damn.
Nick Aldis. I'm so surprised that he didn't win because of his legendary, NWA.
Yeah, no offense, but Shelley deserved. I'm glad Shelley won. He deserved that.
I want the feud between Alex Shelley and Kushida.
You might just get it. And Kushida beats Rush and
now, all joking aside, gentlemen, I'm actually going to eventually watch it because it actually looks like it was a good card, and I read the results, so I'm actually going to, give it a shot.
The hottest
Let me tell you, every match delivered.
One.
But if I had to say what was the match of the night,
Rod, you're muted.
Killer Slamovich, hot as fucking hell, and deadly in the ring.
I'll have to.
That was another good match. That was another great match.
Who did they beat again?
The Coven.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of sad for Kylan King because they had
a good run as champions though. They had a good run.
But that was her first major
championship.
Outside of an
I'm not gonna lie, before she signed with Impact, I legit thought she was gonna be the person who dethroned Camille. Before she signed with Impact.
You thought she'd what?
She was gonna be the person who dethrones Camille.
Yeah, true. I don't even know what the hell's going on with NWA. I totally that memo.
Power just came back on last week, so
what is it on now?
YouTube. Tuesdays at 6:05.
So there you go. All right.
There's too much wrestling. It's too much to keep up with. This is why
the main event for NWA 75 has been officially set. It's going to be EC3 versus Tyrus for the world title.
All right, EC3 is the champion. Thank fucking God.
He's the national champion, but he relinquished the national championship so he could go after the world title. So it's going to be him versus Tyrus for the world title. That's
Tyrus is the champ. I guess Tyrus is the champ.
Tyrus is still champion.
I thought EC3. I don't know.
EC3 was the national champion, but he relinquished that so he could go after Tyrus in the world title.
I'm glad there's a lot of wrestling to watch, but there's too much I can't keep up, so...
It is too much.
Yeah, it does get hard. Yeah,
there's way too much wrestling to watch.
I didn't realize how much you can miss in 2 weeks.
It's insane. That's why I don't keep up like I used to. I stick to my New Japan because it's G1 season. I got my AEW, I got my WWE, and my Ring of Honor, and that's all I need.
Can anyone tell me if Taya Valkyrie's turn, well, it looks like she's face again, but Taya Valkyrie's turn was kind of a Bret Hart thing. But after last night,
I think so. But like I said, I didn't watch Battle of the Belts of Collision, so I can't officially confirm that.
What I have to say is after last night, I feel like we're not going to get a heel Taya. I think Tony Storm and Ruby Soho made that clear.
Yeah, we're probably going to get the feud with those
two. It really
two.
annoys me that you didn't watch because I really want to talk about last night. I really do. The title matches that happened on Battle of the Belts.
They were solid, except that one cut off.
Well deserving of getting an Owen Hart award. Got two people. I don't care how.
No, I'm happy with both finishes. I'm happy with both of them. I'm good with both of them. I'm not complaining. I'm happy with the two Owen Hart winners.
I'm sorry, but Willow Nightingale deserved that, and I'm so happy she was the one who got it.
Thank you for spoiling that for me.
Because this is a wrestling talk show. God damn it.
Yes, but if the shoe's on the other foot, you actually have to talk about something. I wouldn't talk about it, but okay.
Okay,
only
fine.
You have shit fits about spoilers, Rod. None of us care.
Fine. I didn't want. Well, whatever. I told you. Read about it. God damn it! But
that's spoiling it. That's also spoiling it.
It was such a good show last night. How can you not fucking talk about it? God damn it!
Because Rod wasn't able to watch it yet. In his defense.
Because
I thought he said he watched. I already spoiled the other part of it for him, and I thought he said he watched it. So I feel like an asshole now. So Rod, I'm sorry.
Oh, let me spoil something else for you, Rod.
Jesus Christ!
While horrible people are in Japan being annoying, Jim Ross did us all a favor, but yet with Jim Ross not on Collision and Kevin Smelly not on Collision.
Oh God! Here we go. Oh, and by the way, for the record, that
look at me!
what I was saying about Punk. Oh Lord, here we go.
And we're on Collision tonight, and we're talking about not adhere to.
Oh God, here we freaking go.
Not adhere to. What the hell was that? Ian Riccoboni rapping. What the hell was that? Garbage.
That's what he always raps the Willow theme. Him and Caprice both.
Oh my God. Ugh. My ears were bleeding.
Do you not watch Ring of Honor?
Unfortunately, I do still watch Ring of Honor and I have to hear that adhere to garbage. I really, you know what? I would like to see, and I've said this on other episodes, less AEW, less talent jumping from show to show. Keep Ring of Honor separate. Get Aubrey Edwards off of Ring of Honor. She should be an AEW ref, not an ROH ref. Keep the brand separate.
Well, you can get away with that since Ring of Honor is not on TV like all the other AEW shows are.
Matt Sydal has only been on Ring of Honor. Not Samoa Joe.
He's a Ring of Honor original, so yeah, it's only natural that he's over there. The same with Daniels.
Samoa Joe's an original, and yet you see him on both shows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But Samoa Joe's on both shows, on both brands.
Yeah, but Samoa Joe's also a big name, though. No offense, but Samoa Joe's a bigger name than Matt Sydal. Plus, Samoa Joe's a champion. I don't understand why TNT, TBS cannot put Ring of Honor on there. I mean, they do. Well, no, that's Anthem. I was going to say New Japan reruns, but they need to. I think TBS needs Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor needs network TV. Well, you saw how well they wanted it. Wasn't they lucky they got it? Wasn't for Collision?
Say it again.
They lucky they got a freaking time for freaking Collision.
They're not lucky. The show, all the AEW programming is, dude, there's nothing wrong with it. There might be little things here.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, Ring of Honor was around before they even started Collision, but yet Collision got the freaking nod as far as which ones they was getting the TV
Because
card.
I feel like they want to keep Ring of Honor true to its roots.
Both of them.
But how do you?
We're not getting TV time.
How do you make Ring of Honor finally? And
plus, you got an Honor Club for Ring of Honor. AEW don't have a freaking streaming service like that.
I think that's why they're doing that. I think that's why AEW has TV and Ring of Honor doesn't. Also, too, I want to believe that Tony Khan is honoring the originality and the origins of Ring of Honor by not making it a national brand. It was never a national brand. It was always it was just a glorified indie. It was always an indie with a small television deal. It was never like...
See, I give him the benefit of the doubt each time because I believe that every time Tony Khan does something, it's for a good reason. That's what I believe with AEW. I really believe...
And 9 times out of 10 it is. 9 times out of 10 it is.
I mean, the only good thing that happened on Friday from 8 to 10 was, yeah, that was about it.
No.
I mean...
No.
LA Night, that was about it.
I know.
No, I know what that is.
I mean, at least Tony Khan, when one of his employees does something wrong, he doesn't reward them. He actually punishes them.
That is true.
Are we still blaming the Usos?
Oh, and yet he lets him come out with a red bag and a belt, and lets him return to the company. How is that honoring a punishment?
And, I mean, as much as I don't like that person, at least that person didn't do something that would have killed somebody.
Is this because Rod's still mad about this epic long Usos title reign because Jimmy Uso got a DWI and got a title shot?
Like 3 days before the reign started, and he got rewarded for it. I never heard of somebody breaking the law and getting rewarded for it.
It's his brother who's getting the bigger reward anyway.
Well, there's a reason why it's main event Jey Uso and why Jimmy Uso is going to get lost in the shuffle. That's why Jey Uso is going to be the next champion.
Hardy was supposed to win that tag title match before Jeff got his D-Week. You didn't see Tony Khan like, well, we're still going to let him get it because, he got D-Week. No, he kept him out so he was ready to come back for good.
Yep.
That's what they should have done with the Usos. Right now, you know how many D-Weeks the Usos have gotten? And the company has done shit about it.
You notice, who's, being shown more than once and who isn't? I feel like they're kind of picking their places. Like the Hardys, I think you only see on Wednesday lately. And
so Gun Club's officially DC Go now? It's official?
They've been, yeah. Oh, yeah, they've been, yeah. Oh, wow, you're a few weeks behind, yes.
Oh, yeah, where that?
Yeah, I remember. I'm still catching up on my Collision.
Yeah, they're peaky. I'm just going to say this because I'm the biggest Bullet Club fan in the world. The Bullet Club makes no goddamn sense anymore.
Well, but you know what? To not spoil anything for Rod, that was one fucking awesome match.
Holy shit, it was.
It was like an hour-long freaking Iron Man match.
And I had a few drinks yesterday. I was off watching it, but as I was watching it, I kept staying awake. I'm like, holy shit, this is good.
Finally, you get to see more Juice Robinson in a better light. For those who aren't able to watch New Japan, for those who weren't able to watch Impact, and for those who
watched more NXT and realized how badly they wasted his talents.
Yeah, exactly. And those who didn't get to watch any of the AEW YouTube stuff, now look at that match. That match is going to make him.
I mean, I was all about CJ Parker, and then poor Kevin Owens just buried him in his debut.
We did.
Kevin Owens made him look like shit in his NXT debut.
But you know what? I think fuck CJ Parker. Juice Robinson's where it's at.
Oh, I agree.
But
apparently,
but I will say this though. What I was saying about Punk before was not the rant I wanted to go on. That was not the rant.
What happened?
The rant I am going to go on though was what happened on SmackDown. and because of a certain douchebag's opinion of it.
Oh boy, what happened on SmackDown?
Here
What's
we
your
go.
pick?
The whole when Shotzi shaved her head. I don't know if you guys ever heard this guy on Twitter called JD from New York.
Who?
There's this dude on Twitter called JD from New York.
What is it? YouTube or Twitter? Because
Twitter.
I don't follow Twitter anymore.
And this dude was trashing the angle and stuff, right? This
what? You know what? I missed
trashing...
it. Brad, you have to walk me through it because I heard about it and I watched SmackDown.
Right, so basically, last week on SmackDown, after EO called Shotzi her match against Bayley for the right to take Bayley's spot Money in the Bank, Shotzi later on the show attacked her. They jumped her. They cut a piece of her hair off. So then Friday night on SmackDown, after Bayley beat Zelina Vega, Shotzi shaved her head. This piece of shit, JD from freaking New York, was trashing the whole entire angle, right? It turns out the reason why Shotzi did it is she was supporting her sister who has cancer right now. So when everybody was showing this piece of shit, instead of being a man was like, oh, I didn't know, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. That piece of shit was blocking any and everybody who was showing him that he was wrong, and then getting mad about I don't spend my life on Twitter 24/7. Dude, you're a piece of shit.
Clearly, you do. If you're blocking people on Twitter like that, you're a dipshit loser who sits behind a computer all day on Twitter.
I think it's funny that we're giving attention to some piece of shit who doesn't matter because a lot of these, you know what, we're fans too, and I'm sure people will say, "Oh, that RJ show is an asshole and doesn't know what the fuck." You know what? Call me what the fuck you want, but guess what?
We can all have our claims of being an asshole on the show.
The difference is, if you would have did that, and I would have showed you that she did that because she was supporting her sister, you were like, oh, well, I didn't know that. I was wrong. You would have actually been a man enough to admit that you were wrong.
I didn't know about the whole cancer thing with Shotzi's sister.
Yeah, that's why she shaved her head, because she supported her sister who's
got cancer. I support that. That I'm good with that. And I think it's cool that WWE actually did that.
No, but I'm saying that the dude I'm talking about got mad at people for showing him this.
Well, let him be a little whiny crybaby.
And they just blocking people. Like, dude, like, you that much of a putz that people are showing you that you were wrong and you block them? Like, you're some kind of tough guy?
Rod, you're giving this guy attention. No one else cares about him. And that's the thing. He's just some fucking angry idiot on Twitter trying to get attention. And we're giving...
Okay, I'm done with it now. That was the way I wanted to go. I'm done with it now.
Well,
okay,
but what I will say... No one cares about this guy, and I'm not talking about this guy, but the fact that they're acknowledging that she wanted to do it for her sister, and that they made an angle out of it on TV to further story is smart booking by WWE. So I can't hate on WWE for that. Well done.
I mean, Triple H has definitely done a lot to, bring out these guys that Vince McMahon decides, they're not doing nothing for the show, blah blah blah. I'm Vince McMahon, mustache man. Ugh. But
the mustache looks great on him.
But Eric Young, from what that article Rod sent, it said that, after he found out Vince was back, he's like, goodbye.
I get it.
Yeah, they granted him his release, and then he had to wait till 90 days.
And I love that he's coming back as like the Showtime character. But I'm curious what's going to happen when he crosses paths with the design. I'm just curious what they're going to do with him and the design now.
But I will say though, that Ultimate X match was amazing. That was a great way to kick off the show. That match was great.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I watched Collision. I don't think it should have competed with Collision, but I'm not going to lie. Anytime Impact does a pay-per-view, they go balls out, man. They do.
Their pay-per-views. No, I'll give Impact. They do good pay-per-views. My problem with Impact is only that I just can't get invested. And I feel like every time I get invested in a character or something, 3 weeks later the guy's released onto another company. I can't get invested.
It could be worse. You could be having a wrestling match, and then your jobber wife has to ruin it with her presence. I'm not talking
another reason to watch Impact. Boring.
Alyssa Edwards. What? Maybe I am. But, I mean, Kazarian versus anyone is a fucking great match. Kazarian versus Edwards.
Kazarian is the man in the ring.
I mean, I'm I am upset that SCU is done. I hope one day we
It's
see them
been done
reunite.
a long time, but yeah. Even though on the last cruise that I went on, they did for the fans an SCU reunion.
Good. All three of them?
Scorpio wasn't on it, but the other two.
Yeah, but it's not good
No,
without
I
him.
know what you mean, though. Yeah,
Because he has to do. This is the worst town I've ever. Because that's Scorpio. That's Scorpio.
I know.
Um.
That was heel SCU.
So here's my problem with AEW. Even though I've been defending them, the only thing that bothers me now is that storylines have moved on, factions have gone by the wayside, and new stories have been created. But one faction has been around since day one, and it's still there.
And it's hilariously heel on one show and babyface on the other.
But they're showing that they got this vicious side on both.
I know.
And it seems like they're going to recruit more people. The Dark Order. I think Alex Reynolds
Join the
and
Dark Order.
Johnny Silver need to be tagging on their own. And I think, unlike, the Blondes and other tag teams that didn't do so well, I think those two would be fine on their own.
Who?
Hungy and Reynolds.
Yeah, Silver and Reynolds are a good team.
By the way, where is Josh? What's his name? Help me out, Rod.
Who are you talking about?
Former Ring of Honor Pure Champion, one of the varsity.
Oh, Josh Woods. He's in that team with
he's still there.
in AEW.
We haven't seen him though. We've seen the reunion of Daivari.
He was just on he was in that 6-pack challenge for the 25K. Remember, it was him, Dalton, Shane Taylor, Willie Mack, Brian Cage, who won it.
Oh, right. He was on Ring of Honor. That's right.
Are they going to keep him on Ring of Honor now?
They're probably going to use him for
I'm assuming so.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. You said this earlier. Yeah, keep them to their roots, but not everyone's going to want to pay or watch Ring of Honor and just watch it on the no. So what about the people who are not going? I think it's a disservice to not show these guys on like a major network. You know what I mean?
I
agree. I just think they're keeping it to the roots. That's just my opinion. I think they're trying to keep Ring of Honor to its roots. That's my opinion, and that's why they're just doing it on Honor Club.
How do you really, if you're not a hardcore wrestling fan, how are you going to learn more about Dalton Castle? How are you going to learn more about Shane Taylor?
Because the casual wrestling fan doesn't give a shit about anything other than WWE. That's why. Or AEW.
WWE is just like, I don't know, it's stupid lately. Again,
I'm not disagreeing. All I'm saying is that
at the helm, pun intended.
No, that was funny.
With Vince McMahon there, I don't know, dude. It just seems like Cross is being buried again. AJ Styles,
because Vince basically is killing all these guys that Triple H brought back.
That's.
And I would not be. Oh, and I found out now why NXT Europe hasn't freaking taken off yet. It got pushed to the back burner because of the whole WWE and Endeavor freaking merger.
Braun Strowman, we haven't really seen him.
Well, he's injured, so.
I'm just saying,
no, it's true though. No, again, it's an awkward spot though to be right now. I will agree with you to a point because there are still some good angles going on, but a lot of stupid shit starting to happen again.
I don't know if it's.
Well, you can tell what's the Triple H angles and what's the Vince angles. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
How many times you read Vince makes creative freaking changes right before the show starts?
Question. Is Vince McMahon? Other than what fans think, I'd like to know if it's true that Vince is actually dipping his hands in, or if it's
he's clearly dipping his hands in.
You can tell he is.
He has say.
I mean, who else in their right mind be like, oh, we're gonna have Ronda and Shayna unify the WWE Women's and NXT tag title just to have them break up like their first title defense? Only Vince would do something
That
stupid
was
like
Triple
that.
H. I'll tell you why. Because I heard Ronda's leaving. A.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, so what you should have
That's the
done
match that
is you should
everyone
have had
wants,
the Unholy
Rod.
Union win that match. Then
That's
you could
what
have had Shayna
everyone
get
wants,
pissed
Rod.
and turn on Ronda
That's what
then.
everyone
I
wants,
would have
Rod.
them turn on each other when they're the champions.
Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey is what we all want to see.
That's the match.
Okay. I'm not denying that. I'm
The
saying
problem is because she's leaving, they were actually going to have a longer term run, but because she's leaving sooner than expected, they had to push it forward.
Or what you could have done is, if you knew about this, you should have had them lose that match to the Unholy Union. Then you could have had Shayna get pissed, and then you would have actually had a legit reason for her to turn on Ronda.
I don't think
turn on Ronda while they're defending the title. That's stupid.
I think they didn't know. I think that's why they did that, because they didn't know, so they were back to the corner.
No. They do that before that. They do that before that unification match she was leaving.
Oh, did they? I heard they didn't know.
Something else that's bothering me. A certain veteran of the women's division who should have the title. I think it's time for her to go to the company that actually appreciates what hearts do.
Oh,
it's time for Natalya to say goodbye.
She needs to hang it up already.
She needs to leave WWE and go to AEW.
It would actually give AEW some credibility in their women's division, because even though their women's division has gotten a lot better, it's still their weakest point. Personal opinion, it's still their weakest part of the show. Is the women's division.
And speaking of women leaving companies, didn't mean to talk over you, but that's what I'm sorry. Anyway, speaking of, finish your thought, Rod, so I don't feel like a complete asshole.
No, I was just saying, like any company she would go to, she bring instant credibility. So I think the main reason why she stays with WWE is because she does a lot of work with like charities and stuff. She's kind of like the female Titus O'Neil, basically. The only thing is she's still active.
So let's leave a company. Let's walk out on a company. One of us is going to be the champion, but then that same one of us is going to lose immediately and then lose again for someone who's never really, like, to Willow Nightingale, which I did like, by the way. But so let's start with her.
Unfortunately, that happened because she got injured in that match. I mean, that's why she lost.
Okay. Who, Mercedes or Willow?
Mercedes got injured. That's why she was supposed to beat Willow, but she got injured in that match.
All right, so we'll leave that alone. Because on the other hand, you've been the champion in your other company a few times, and now you're put up against a person who's never gotten a fair shot until becoming Impact's Women's Champion twice, and on your first pay-per-view, you'll become the champion again? Okay, then.
Yeah, well, okay, it wasn't her first pay-per-view. And number two, it's not like this was her first match and she won the title. She had a whole bunch of matches prior to freaking an Impact before getting that title shot.
I take it back because this is like her second pay-per-view.
Her second or third. Actually, it's a third.
The first one, she fought Giselle Shaw. What was the second one?
Then her and Deanna teamed up to take on Giselle and Savannah Evans.
Okay. I mean, yes, it's great to see Trinity like in a main event position, but I don't know. I just think Deonna Purrazzo earned it for me when she on her first match defeated Jordan Grace. I think that was saying.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. So you're okay with Deonna in her first match winning the championship, but Trinity does it? It's wrong?
Because
look at
the different positions they were in WWE, dude.
I understand that, but still though, and plus, let's say Saxon, nothing against Deonna, but Trinity's a much bigger name. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, she's a bigger name, But I think Tiana Perazzo has proven
I
herself.
told you, Deanna's been a freaking champion for over 500 days combined. Where it's not like she was Sasha Banks getting these cup of coffee title reigns.
Oh man, this is entertaining. I wish I had popcorn right now for this. I'm not even interested in Impact, but this is entertaining. Carry on, guys.
All right. No, here's the Trinity. I want to see with the belt, but I'm sorry, but I think Deanna should have. I think Deanna, to me, is one of the best women's champions in all the companies.
I'm not denying it. However, it was the right call for Trinity to win that match, and nothing against Deanna.
I mean, Deanna kind of.
But let's take facts here. Deanna wouldn't be champion right now. Mickey James didn't get her. Let's just take facts here. Deanna would not be champion right now. Mickey James didn't get her. Let's just take facts. And so I would love to see this version of Trinity against Mickey James.
I think I would have rather seen Mickey James pass the torch to Trinity, honestly, because that makes more sense.
You still can get there. Hell, Mickey James could be come back by like Bound for Glory, and they can have the match at Bound for Glory for the title.
Yes, but it wouldn't be. Well, I guess it would still be passing the torch. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Because you don't have to be a champion to pass the torch.
I just think it's like a reversal because Deanna was under Trinity in WWE.
Yes, and Deanna has proven herself as an Impact Knockout City. This loss has not hurt Deanna whatsoever.
I just feel like
her losing to Sue Young hurt a lot. Her credibility a lot more than her losing to Trinity. That's for sure.
I think the biggest thing Deanna ever, like, what makes Deanna great was going into Ring of Honor, and since she wasn't signed, dropping the title to Mercedes Martinez. That made sense.
You knew that was going to happen. You would have to be a complete idiot to think that Deanna was winning that match.
I knew that wasn't going to happen unless Deanna signed to Ring of Honor.
Yes, and she was already signed with Impact at the time, so you knew that wasn't going to. You knew she was losing that championship.
It's like
just like how you knew Morrissey was losing that same night to Wardlow. Tony Khan ain't gonna have like these freaking guys of his be his biggest stars.
Companies are gonna put their own talent over.
Wardlow,
exactly.
Unless it's a big name, unless it's a big name.
Exactly. Like I love him, but there was no way in hell Jungle Boy would be beating Sonata at Forbidden Door. We all could agree to that.
Wait, what happened?
I like the kid, but there was no way in hell Jungle Boy was beating Sonata at Forbidden Door. You had to be the idiot to think otherwise.
By the way, can we stop calling him fucking Jungle Boy AEW? He's not.
He is Jungle Boy.
He's not anymore.
And I do got a feeling though he's probably going to be Hook and become the FTW champion once they go.
And hopefully they'll make it relevant now with him with the title. Maybe that's the new. I get,
which is stupid because the title.
Last couple of months, he hasn't really been defending it. But before that,
it's such a bullshit title to begin with, though. I love the title, but it's a bullshit title. It was Taz's title in ECW,
obviously, to keep to the ECW, the whole ECW thing with that. The way that title.
I would love to finally see a person who was never in Team Taz actually win it. That would actually be pretty cool.
There is no Team Taz.
Doesn't run to his.
I say somebody who was in Team Taz. Obviously, I know dead goal. I'm just saying. And Jack Perry wins it. He'd be the first person who was not in Team Taz to ever win. It's the Sabu.
True. Everybody that's won that belt has been in Team Taz.
Run to his son's aid when Jungle Boy turned on him. Doesn't Taz? I mean, Taz just sits there and commentates. That's your kid. God damn it, that's your fucking kid.
I love Hook. Hook is one of my favorite guys in AEW.
Hook's great.
You know who else is great in AEW? CM Punk.
Cancer Master Punk.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
No, thank you.
What are you gonna start calling? Cancer Man Punk.
Fuck Cancer Maker Punk. And if this reign with MJF and Adam Cole doesn't lead to Adam Cole beating MJF, I'm gonna be disappointed.
It would be stupid if Adam Cole beat MJF. Like, let MJF have his title run.
Can we all agree on something?
No.
Go ahead. Let's hear
that the
it.
Swerve is coming. That the Swerve is coming Wednesday, and Guevara and Garcia winning that tournament.
I would love to see that, to be honest with you.
I think we'd all love to see that.
The Swerve is coming. The Swerve is coming Wednesday. I got a feeling Garcia and Guevara winning the tournament.
No, Swerve was already on Wednesday.
No, I mean Garcia and Guevara, excuse me. They're winning this tournament Wednesday. MJF is going to swerve Cole, and it's going to cost them the tournament.
Yeah, man, I'd like that.
I'd like that too, but I also kind of want to see them win it and really run with this like allyship. It's funny as hell.
Shit. Yeah,
it is so entertaining. I want that shirt.
Better than you, baby.
Baby, exactly. It's a great shirt.
I kind of want it, but I'm afraid by the time I get it, that angle's gonna be done.
Well, it's like those idiots who bought the Y2AJ shirt.
What was I gotta? Oh yeah. So, what do we think of? I know that was done on purpose, but what do we think of Nick Wayne? Because I learned a lot about him from Jericho's podcast. That kid called matches.
He's a good kid. He's currently one half of the GCW Tag Champions, and they had a title defense Friday.
Yeah, he's in GCW. He's good. I like him.
Successfully retained over the Bookers.
Yeah, no, Nick Wayne's good. He wrestles in GCW a lot. He's very good. I like him a lot.
He's only 18. The kid's got a bright upside.
But he's been wrestling since he was 9.
Right?
That's 9 years. It's impressive.
I know, he's right there with your favorite female wrestler on AEW Rio. Wrestler since 9 years old.
Who cares about Rio? No one's seen her. No one gives a shit. So Nick
Wayne,
Wayne,
play down, you.
Play down. I mean, shoot.
So Nick Wayne, I guess like I get it. Like he's the underdog right now, but I mean him and Swerve put in a good match. But him and
that was
Swerve,
a great match.
That was
worked together before, so that's
Up in that Pacific Northwest connection. Him, Swerve, Darby.
I think he's one of the younger talents that's going to thrive, but I feel bad for other younger guys that are there and getting lost in the shuffle, like that dude who was in NXT and then was briefly with QT Marshall.
Talking about Cole Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got lost in the shuffle.
A lot of them do.
He was supposed to be. I mean, they had him teaming with the dude from Jersey Shore for a little bit, but haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah. What was his name again?
Zach Clayton.
Zach Clayton. Yeah.
Basically, when Dark Elevation went away, unfortunately.
Well, a lot of guys got stifled on that.
And Ring of Honor. I mean, yeah, put these guys on Ring of Honor and make them Ring of Honor talent. Like Layla Hirsch, I think right now is a Ring of Honor talent at this point.
Should be.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I think she was great in AEW, but let's see what she could do here.
Right.
But now I'm curious, does Willow, well, since you guys spoiled it for me, does Willow's win over Athena, make her the #1 contender for next week's Before Dishonor?
I think that's what's going to happen.
And I'm curious to see who's
and then she's going to win both
Briscoe
titles. She's going to be the New Japan Women's Champion, the IWGP Women's Champion, and the Ring of Honor one.
Well, they didn't. Oh no,
and
that
then
was
what I'm what I'm curious about is who's going to be Mark Briscoe's replacement to face Claudio. Now that he's out, and he's going to have surgery, so he might be out for the rest of this year. They're saying.
Who, Claudio?
No, Mark Briscoe.
Oh yeah, Mark Briscoe's out.
That's
I still want to
fucking
see.
irritating because they were building on this angle.
I know.
And they had a great promo for it too. And that's just I hate when that shit
Yeah,
happens.
it sucks. Injuries, man, it sucks. I'm curious.
He'll eventually get his
because,
title run, Mark Briscoe. He'll be a Ring of Honor World Champion. Give him time.
Anyone deserves a Ring of Honor title run, it's Mark Briscoe.
I agree. Mark Briscoe, I love the Briscoes.
I'm curious now because, like with Mark Briscoe injured, Eddie Kingston in Japan for the G1, who do you have that could possibly face Claudio for that championship?
Right now in Ring of Honor, there's really not anybody.
Boys!
What?
Boys!
Castle?
Your favorite Ring of Honor star.
I don't see why. But the way he's looking, he's probably going to win that tournament and face Joe for the TV title at the pay-per-view.
Dalton Castle is overrated AF.
Yeah, okay. Just coming from the guy who said the Velveteen Dream was better than him. So yeah, about that.
That was before allegations.
If it were up to me, I'd book Shane Taylor in the main event.
I would be all about Shane Taylor as a Ring of Honor champion.
That'd be a good matchup versus Claudio.
That would be a great.
You know what I'd love to see in this working relationship? I still want to see Claudio and Ishii for the ROH title. I want Tomohiro Ishii and Claudio.
Or put Bandito.
Show, but unfortunately, that's definitely not happening for Death Before Dishonor.
Right.
Or put Bandito in the main picture again.
Bandito. He has a broken wrist, so he's gonna be out for a while. So he definitely ain't going to.
How many fuckers are injured?
Jeez. Everybody's injured. The whole world is injured. It's too much wrestling. They wrestle too much. People are stale. People getting hurt. It sucks.
But you know what I would love to see though, and I hope it happens. I wouldn't mind seeing Daniels win the Pure title, so that he could be the first guy in the company's history to win every championship.
Oh, let me ask you a question. Speaking of Danielson, why isn't he in Blood and Guts? Is he injured now too?
Because he's injured. He's fractured his forearm in that match with Okada.
Yeah, he got hurt in that match. That was a great match, though. Danielson Okada was a hell of a match. And I also marked the little kid when he came out to the final countdown. The fact that he was able to tap out Okada with a fractured forearm is insane. What happened?
The fact that he was able to tap out Okada with a fractured forearm is damn insane.
Because he's a beast, Bryan Danielson. And also, I marked like a little kid when he came out to the final countdown. I'm not even going to hold you.
By the way, I was happy. Speaking of people coming out to older music themes, I was happy about last night.
Which one? I'm trying to remember.
Well, I mean, the final that was sick too, like him coming out to his old Ring of Honor. But I'm talking about the Perfect 10 was not there last night.
Oh yes. I forgot about that. Yeah.
But fucking.
Oh, also spoiler for those who didn't watch. Will Ospreay, when he lost to Tai Chi, came out to his old theme too.
Oh, wow. People gotta stop sleeping on Tai Chi, man. Ever since Sonata joined freaking Just Fight Guys, he's taking the game to a whole new level.
I thought they were going to be a joke faction. They're actually winding up bringing a decent faction. I thought they were going to be like a joke faction. Like, oh, these guys suck. But then
that match he had with Shingo when he won the KLP title was insane.
That was a great match. No, Tai Chi is a good wrestler. I've always thought. I actually have always liked Tai Chi. He's always was the one guy in Suzuki-gun I actually liked. I like Tai Chi. He's entertaining.
He was they had him with the tag title for a long time. So
yeah, with CSJ, with Zack Sabre Jr., who I'm also loving TMDK right now. TMDK right now is killing it too.
I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I am going to spoil the fact that the chairman came out last night, and I was fucking thrilled.
Stop spoiling.
I only spoiled that the chairman came out. I didn't spoil the match.
That's fine. That's okay. As long as you say one, that's fine.
The fucking chairman showed up last night.
That's cool.
I like the chairman more than I like Perfect 10 anyway. Because the Perfect 10 is a WWE tailored gimmick. That's exactly. Like it. If it's WWE tailored, you hate on it.
It's not that. It's just that the song is fucking awesome.
That's
And
a
like
cool song. I agree. The theme is cooler. I agree.
the whole reason like for that angle is cool. Like the whole reason for
Right.
creating Sean Spears as how come he's Sean Spears and they won't? I mean, there's nothing wrong with his name, Ronnie, to be honest.
I don't know.
But I mean,
I want to call him Stan, though. Every time I say I want to call him Stan, I just kicked Stan.
was he Sean Spears
Oh my
before
god!
he was Ty? Was he Sean Spears before Ty Dillinger?
He was in developmentally with Sean Spears. He was on ECW and WBCW as Gavin Spears for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Which was right after he was Stan. He got kicked by Shawn Michaels.
Oh, when he was, but yeah, he wasn't a wrestler though.
Yeah, but he did go on WWE ECW. He was going by Gavin Spears.
A lot of people forget that Aaron Stevens was actually one of the Michelle McCool's teacher's pets.
Oh yeah, he was. Damian Sandow.
Aaron Stevens. Oh wow.
Damian Sandow.
Oh no, I knew that. He was what was his name? Idol Stevens.
He was Idol Stevens.
Yeah.
That's how I knew about him. That's how I found out about him. Idol Stevens. That's how he got his start.
Yep. You're welcome.
Before Damian Sandow, Idol Stevens was in WWE. I remember that.
Yeah. Now he's the manager of the last team to actually beat La Rebellion.
What team is that?
Blood Force Trauma. That Marshe Rocket and Rodney Mack team with the mask.
I don't know. I haven't watched NWA. Is our buddy Mercurio even doing well there?
He's doing all right. Him and Magic Mars are forming a pretty impressive team. When Mercurio actually is focused and not trying to flirt with CJ.
Who's CJ?
That's Magic Mars is now valet.
Excuse me.
Wait, who's the other guy?
Magic J.T. Mars, the magician.
See, I'm not like. Wait a minute. Is Natalia Markova still Natalia Markova?
Yes.
Okay.
And it looks like her and Camille are going to be battling for the women's title at 75.
Good for her. Good for her. See, I don't even know. I found out recently that Johnny Hannigan, Johnny TV, the same night he debuted as Johnny TV, they aired him losing to Jake Fatu for whatever title that was.
And the MLW Openweight Championship. I still gotta watch Never Say Never. Wow, I still can't.
That reminds me, I gotta watch MLW now because I hear Matt Cardona's there, and that's a big deal.
Oh, he is?
He'll be debuting in September.
Who's what's the name? Is Hammerstone still the champion over there?
No, Kane beat him at the pay-per-view last Saturday.
Who?
Alex Kane.
Who?
Alex Kane. I know who Alex Kane is.
The suplex assassin.
Oh yeah.
I remember. He's
he
good.
tapped him out too.
Oh, I remember Alex Kane, the Rio CM Punk of fantasy wrestling. Used Alex Kane a few times. Only the three of us get that reference.
Yep.
Now I remember Alex Kane, the big. I remember who he is now.
And right now, MLW, they're high on ratings faction to call in right now.
Is MLW still doing the Lucha Underground shit?
Right now, no. But they got a deal on Fight TV now. They come on every freaking Thursday at 8 p.m.
How much does
if
it
you
cost?
have Fight Plus, you could. It's like $9.99 a month, but I did the freaking yearly. So
you did the what?
I did the yearly package, so I only got paid once a year.
I don't know, dude. I had to cut down on spending a lot, so
I
I don't.
mean, short term it's a lot of money. Long term, you save money.
I get where you're going with the yearly versus monthly, but no, I got other expenses, man. So I
Who's
don't.
going?
But yeah, you got a daughter, so that's understandable.
I lost interest in MLW. Like if Davey Richards is still there, that's cool and shit. But I just lost
Oh, he
interest.
definitely is. And after all those allegations, yeah, they let him go. As soon as those allegations hit.
I see. I don't even. I wasn't even paying attention. Is what's his name still there? Fucking Harry.
Oh yeah, Davey Boy, yeah, he's still there.
Davey Boy Smith Jr. is probably still there, right?
They get ready. They get ready to do the Opera Cup. He's facing Calvin Takeman in the first round.
Oh,
And
Calvin.
then the other first round match, the other is going to be Tony Deppen against Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
I think Brian Pillman should go back to MLW because they're not really doing shit with him over at AEW.
He got released.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. He was at the performance. He was at the WWE Performance Center last week.
Oh, good for him.
So he might be going to WWE.
I hope they use him well, though.
Every time
Well, he's
someone
still
gets
a free agent. Just because he was as of right now, he's still a free agent. He was just there at the Performance Center. It wasn't nothing was signed.
You know, I don't understand why they never used him well in AEW. I don't know why.
For a while, the Blondes were over, and then once Julia left them, that killed any momentum they had.
Yeah.
But they could have used him as a heel. He could have done so many other things.
All right, so basically,
he's a
once
really
Julia
good
left, and then
wrestler.
Griff got injured, they put him with that team with Brock Anderson. We all knew that was going nowhere.
Yeah,
because Brock Anderson's great. Let me tell you.
The other, and Lee Johnson, he's lost in the shuffle. I mean, all these, I don't know what
all the dark people are lost in the shuffle because there's no dark. Put them on Ring of Honor. Put all those guys on Ring of Honor and build them.
Well, you could be a tag team that no one knew about, and then all of a sudden you talk about scissoring, and you're the biggest tag team in the world.
They are over as fuck. It's not even fair.
They are over as fuck.
They are over as fuck. It's not even fair.
But they were
great,
a team that was just like
everybody wants to hate on AEW Dark or Dark Elevation, but if it wasn't for Dark Elevation, we would have no acclaim in the discussion.
Exactly, I agree.
I agree.
But what my whole thing is, why couldn't Brian Pillman and Griff Garrison hit the same?
Because Griff Garrison got injured.
And when they lost Julia, that's basically it.
He's been in Ring of Honor.
I know, yeah, well, that's good, though. They should have done with Brian Pillman, too, but I guess, his contract expired and they opted not to renew it for whatever reason, and now he's going to go to WWE.
If the Acclaim could be over as fuck, I don't see why Brian Pillman on his own.
I agree with you, but we're not there. We don't know what AEW thinks. Apparently, they chose not to renew his contract. I agree with you, but we don't know. Maybe we don't. They know something we don't. I don't know.
I'd like to see what they do with him on NXT, but I hope they fucking do it correctly.
Me too.
What's her name got lost in the shuffle in NXT? Santino's daughter.
Yeah, she did.
Well, she also got injured too, so.
She come back? I mean, is she still injured?
Yet. Yeah, she's injured right now.
I feel like, I don't know, if you put like a Peyton Paxley or whatever the hell her name is in another company, she'd do better than she is on NXT. I feel like, you
took Kalani Jordan, man, very athletic, man. She might have a bright future at her.
Who?
That Kalani Jordan, that new girl.
Oh, the one who just lost, won her first match, lost her second match.
Yeah, she lost to Cora Jade, the one that's being mentored by Dana Brooke.
Can anyone tell me why Cora and fucking Scott Steiner are not on the main roster right now?
Because they're probably getting called up by like SummerSlam.
I can see that.
Why is your camera off, Rod?
I mean, he's doing something real quick.
Because he's jerking off, guys. Leave him be.
Oh yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
want
oh
to see
yeah,
your
yeah,
camera
absolutely.
because I don't want to stare at like a blank picture. Chuck, I want to see your. I don't want to.
I'm here.
There you are.
Rod.
Yeah, I had to do something real quick. Hold on.
Were you
fine.
up?
I was so annoyed, like staring at a blank picture.
That's because we all know Rod was just jerking off to a picture of John Cena. It happens once in a while.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. That's
Well,
100%
no, it wasn't
lie.
John Cena. Come on, let's be realistic. It was Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, okay.
He loves Brock Lesnar.
I
Yeah,
hope
about as much as Radio J loves CM Punk.
I hope this fucking Cody Lesnar thing ends. Fuck CM Punk. Because I want Cody to get the fucking title already.
Cody does need the title already. It's like, give him something. I don't understand what they're doing with him. They're doing these high-profile matches. Give him the damn belt. He's like the best.
Brock
I really hope
Lesnar,
they're not trying to pull this. Oh, we're not going to give him the title to next year WrestleMania, and he beats Roman. Why do we have to wait so long?
Yeah, it's fucking irritating as shit. But fucking him facing Dominic Mysterio did nothing, but him going up against Braun Strowman does more for him than him beating Dominic Mysterio.
Cody Rhodes beating Dominic Mysterio does nothing.
If Dominic Mysterio beats Wesley, that'll do a lot for him. That'll make him over. He right now has beaten Miz as the most hated wrestler in WWE.
Right. And the thing is, Dominic's terrible, but at the same time, he's such a good heel that it's actually working in his favor.
He is.
He's so good at it now. Like he's learned how to channel that heat in the best ways to get even more heat.
I honestly think he's doing his promos like that on purpose
He has to be.
Get the crowd to boom.
Well, it's like what the Miz used to do. The Miz was kind of the same way.
He's not. You know what? He looks like an idiot with the hairstyle, but he's not an idiot. He
knew he was going to heat with that hair because he knew that the whole Eddie Guerrero thing.
He legit is the only person who actually gets the Judgment Day heat. Everybody else in the Judgment Day is too light to really get heat like
that. They're only heels because Dominic. Without it, it's going to end anyway because eventually it's going to be Balor and Priest feuding anyway.
Or make Dominic the leader of Judgment.
Right now it's confusing me what they're doing with McDonough. I'm glad you brought him out. They went from teasing him joining Judgment Day to now he's just been doing WWE main event since then.
What happened?
JD McDonough. He went from being teased to being the newest member of Judgment Day to just been doing WWE main event against Apollo Crews.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to him, McDonough? He disappeared the way Grayson Waller should be disappeared.
He's been on main event lately a lot.
Yeah, that means he is probably the next to be let go.
That means he's a Vince casualty, and creative has nothing to do with him for him. Nothing for him.
That motherfucker gave him the name JD McDonough.
Right.
Jordan Devlin was better. And you know what? The only reason fucking Pete Dunne is doing as well as he's doing is because Triple H has his back.
Of course. I mean, you can tell who if Triple H is being in charge of and who Vince is getting in charge of.
You can tell.
You really think right now Walter would have been a freaking yellow IC champion if Vince was running things? Hell no. Vince does not like Walter. He's made it perfectly clear he does not like him. If it was up to Vince, Walter still be NXT right now.
Well, Vince is a moron.
We all know this. We all know this. Unless your name is Java Nation or WWE Garrett, we all know that Vince is the idiot.
Walter Gunther is probably as powerful as fucking Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? He's a big brute. He's a force, man.
Yeah.
He's a fucking. That was annoying.
You right over there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm losing my voice, but he's
I I ain't gonna lie though, I am so amped up and looking forward to that Melo versus Dragunov match at Great American Bash.
Hey, Chuck, Rod turned into a fan.
Oh, I know. Where's
I'm
Rod?
trying to hold my phone.
I
You'll
did
be
call
all
in this
right.
episode, Where's Rod Part 2?
Yeah.
You'll be
Rod's
all right.
a fanboy for real. Rod's now a true fanboy.
He is a fanboy. Look out.
Yeah.
Because we see the fan, not you.
Yes, but anyway, like I was saying, I can't wait for that Dragunov versus Melo match. That match
That
is gonna be
actually could be a good
insane.
match.
I didn't know fans could talk.
Yep.
That's what he's got. Yep. Okay. What are you, Alex Shelley? Yep. What are you?
Absolutely. Hey.
No. I love LA Knight.
Yeah.
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if WWE ever brought that back, I was literally fanboy out if that ever got brought back.
I swear, if that doesn't push him to a title and oh man,
He's turning babyface like next week. He's so over. Like they were like trying so hard as a heel with him.
I mean, bar the miracle, he's probably winning this U.S. title tournament. He's probably going to beat Theory at SummerSlam for the title.
Who's he gonna beat?
Theory.
I'd love to see that.
I'm okay with that.
Escobar won last week, so Escobar is going to face the winner of, I think it's Ray, Sheamus, LA Knight, and I forgot who the other person was.
So technically LA Knight's a heel still, but
Triple H is on top of that, LA Knight's gonna win. If Vince is on top of that,
that's true.
I mean, if it is true, and Vince
like this, if it's Triple H, LA Knight's winning. If it's Vince, then Sheamus will probably win it.
Yeah.
Vince go, hashtag Vince go away. Seriously.
Fuck Vince.
I get it. You started this whole company, but you're also ruining it. This whole company. It's not the 80s or 90s anymore, buddy.
No, it's not.
You're not in the 80s or 90s anymore, buddy.
Attitude Era, as great as it was, is over. Golden Era, as great as it was, is over.
Ruthless Aggression Era, as great as it was, is over.
The what era?
Ruthless Aggression Era.
Oh yeah, Ruthless Aggression. All that shit is over.
Right? Yeah, I mean, like he's still trying to cater to those few fans who want that era back like tomorrow. It's not coming back. Get over it.
Right.
This is why there's so much like animosity with fans in WWE, because if you look at what Tony Khan's doing, he's moving shit along. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it.
Tony Khan's actually willing to work with other companies, not like Vince.
What?
Plus, Tony Khan's actually willing to work with other companies, not like Vince.
Wasn't the rumor that they're going to do a Impact like NXT event or something?
I heard a rumor that AEW
that's
and WWE are supposed to do something in September. It's a huge rumor.
Basically, the only company that WWE really willing to work with is have NXT work with Reality of Wrestling. That's because the whole Booker T connection.
Wait, what?
Booker T's company.
Like how they had Ivy Nile go down there for a couple of shows.
You know who is a Reality of Wrestling alumni, right?
Yeah, you got a couple of NXT right now that's doing really good. Roxanne Perez and Duke Hudson. Hater.
My friend
looks like the female who's going to have a 2022. Who's going to have a year like the 2022.
They went to a day camp. NXT went to my friend's son's day camp, like last week.
That's cool.
And they signed the whole thing. I could see Elektra Lopez was on there.
I think Wesley was there.
What was the thing? But I'm talking about Sammy Guevara. He is a
What
fucking.
about him?
He was in Reality of Wrestling also.
Yeah.
What's her name was too? Athena, I'm pretty sure was too.
No, she was.
It's like
she had to drive like 3 hours because a few hours because Dallas is like 3 hours away, 6 hours away from Houston.
She lived in Arkansas, I think.
No, she's from Texas.
Or Texas. No, I don't. Was she in Texas or? Oh, maybe I don't remember. I'm trying to remember the interview I heard, but yeah, I know. And he's the one who told her to jump. He's the one who got her to jump off the top rope or off the second rope. The O-face.
Right.
I don't know. I like Athena as Athena right now.
Athena's good right now. I like her.
Yeah, she's doing real good down there in Ring of Honor right now.
I like her as a heel. I'm sad that WWE never capitalized on her as a heel.
They were supposed to, and then it got fucked up because WWE is stupid.
Yeah, WWE is good at messing things up, but
because she would have been a good heel in NXT, but then once the Black and Gold era got replaced by the 2.0 era,
yeah, they kind of.
Because Vince was so mad that AEW beat NXT because heaven forbid if you beat his precious WWE, anything of his WWE, and they decided to take over NXT, and that didn't help. It still got his ass whooped.
The only thing it did was introduce you to Braun Breaker and a fucking irritating Australian.
And Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, and Carmelo Hayes, yes. True. I mean, I think Mello is one of the best things to come out of that, and Breaker and Mello.
He is. No, he is. He's good.
Fucking Grayson Waller is fucking irritating as fuck.
I don't care for Grayson Waller. I don't know. I've kind of lost interest in NXT.
Over Jordan Devlin.
Remember when Black and Gold was the best wrestling show every week?
It was.
Yep. And then it went up against AEW, and while it wasn't bad, AEW was just better. You can be
always better. And now AEW has a lot of the Black and Gold members too.
Right, exactly.
Well,
that's true.
That's because WWE let go of a lot of those Black and Gold members. No offense, why would you not want Adam Cole on your roster? Why would you not want Athena on your roster?
Well,
why would you not want Cordy or Danielson on your roster? All these people complain about AEW having all these old WWE guys. Why would you not want guys like that on your roster?
Dude.
No, you know pissing me off with the WWE shit though, or these, not you guys, but like these other AEW marks who are AEW is so much better than WWE, and it's like, who's your favorite AEW? John Moxley. Fucking poser. I hate that shit. That shit's annoying me.
People act like Moxley's doing so horrible in AEW right now.
No, but I hate the AEW marks who are like, oh, AEW is so much better than WWE. Who's your favorite AEW wrestler? John Moxley.
It's like, why can't people just enjoy wrestling and stop trying to say which one is better? Why don't we just try enjoying wrestling?
That's what I've been saying for a long time.
I would love to enjoy wrestling as a whole.
Why? I mean, you got some people who legit think the greatest thing that would happen to wrestling today if we went back to 2001 and WWE was the only ticket in town.
I would love to enjoy wrestling as a whole, but when WWE does the stories the way they're doing them, and when Impact kind of does their shows the way they're doing them, it's kind of hard to not.
But this is why you pick and choose your battles as a wrestling fan. You watch what you like.
And
you take it all face value and enjoy what you watch.
I love 3 nights of AEW. I love it. And then, I mean, Ring of Honor's good too, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I love
Honor adhered to.
Yeah, that's the problem. That fucking ass. But fucking I wanna watch Collision on mute.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, then again, you have Nigel McGuinness.
Nigel McGuinness is good on commentary. I like Nigel.
I think he's
and I
great.
will say, even though I don't like Kevin Kelly in New Japan, he's not as bad in AEW for the fact that the way they sell, he's still not great, but he's better in that he is. He's more tolerable, is what I'm saying. Because in New Japan, here's my issue with
Kevin
Kelly.
Shepard with a hell of a team on NXT UK.
Here's the issue with Kevin Kelly for me. He's very redundant in his commentary. He hits the same key points over and over again in his commentary. He does not know how to elaborate on things anymore.
And on Collision, Hashi, Chucky, Hashi, on Collision, how dare you? That was Kevin Kelly. That's you want that? Seriously?
That was bad. That was bad. No, that was bad. That was bad.
God damn.
It's better, but it still sucks.
Same thing.
It still sucks. Problem with Kevin Kelly in New Japan is that he can't tell a long-term story. And if you listen to him commentate on New Japan, he hits the same key points 8 times in the same match. It's like, build the story, but stop going back to the same stupid key point.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. I think Kevin Kelly's getting worse than Rick and Nobody.
He is worse than Rick and Nobody. I've been saying that the whole time. I don't hate Rick and Nobody. Only you hate Rick and Nobody.
He's fucking annoying.
He's just an irritating voice. I get it.
Match. Let's talk the history and what's going on here. Blah, 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 blah. And now we're back to this tone again. And here too. And back to this. God damn.
That's pretty good. That's a good impersonation.
But it's annoying. It's just like
I think we should watch it whole. I think we should do a podcast episode of watching Ring of Honor in real time. And all mute it, but we're all gonna commentate like Ian, Rick, and Nobody.
I'd love to do that. I mean, what's worse, that or Kenny Omega's the WWE champion in AEW? I mean, I don't like how I was on Collision, so I left. Thank you for leaving, JR. Thank you.
And I love JR, but JR is just getting older. He's not up to speed with the product
anymore. In WCW and WWE's heyday. That's when JR was great. Now, no thank you.
He was good in WCW too. In his defense, he was good in WCW too.
I said he was good in WCW.
You did, okay. I cut out what you said. I'm sorry.
But now, hell no. Tony Schiavone was great in WCW and is still great. There's just something about Tony Schiavone that makes him more relevant than JR in today's wrestling.
Oh, you mean the original Michael Cole?
Oh my
Tony
God.
Schiavone's much better than Michael Cole. Fuck off. What's his name is the original Michael Cole? Mike Tenay.
Don't tell Rod that.
No, Mike Tenay's a fucking wrestling genius, man.
Michael Cole.
Mike Tenay was terrible.
Mike Tenay's a wrestling effing genius, man. That dude knows moves that no one else knows. That dude's
So
a
why
fucking
is Mike
wrestling
Tenay
genius.
in AEW, Rod?
He's retired.
So was Tony Schiavone, but look, Tony Schiavone.
No, Schiavone wasn't retired. Schiavone just didn't. He just no one wanted to have him until AEW came along. I'm sure right now, if Mike Tenay wanted to work, he could go back to Impact. They would have him back in no problem. Or he go to AEW. AEW would take him.
The best thing about Schiavone,
they're wrestling encyclopedias.
The best thing about Schiavone is MJF and Adam Cole. Shut the hell up, Schiavone.
Shut the hell up, Schiavone. Or Britt Baker. Or Britt Baker and Tony Schiavone. Mr. Starbucks.
Tony Schiavone is great for wrestling right now. Excalibur is great for wrestling right now. Taz.
Tony Schiavone should become a barista on the Chris Jericho cruises because they have a Starbucks on the cruise ship.
I think
this is degenerate.
By the way, I put myself. Actually, I want to be on the waiting list, but they're asking too many. They're asking for too much personal information on that website. I want to be in the next Jericho cruise.
Do it. Go on the waiting list. Do it.
Did you have to put in all that personal information though?
Anytime you go on, yes, put on the information, whether on the wait list or not, you have to put in the information. It doesn't matter if you're on the waiting list or not, you have to give them the information. It's a lot, but and the reason it is
I want to go, but see, here's the thing. I'm only going the Jericho cruise if both of you go with me. How awesome would it be to do to just do our own a podcast on the cruise?
The problem is you'd have to pay an arm and a leg for the internet. You got to pay for the internet there. That's the issue. You got to pay an arm and a leg for the Wi-Fi and the internet because it's on. You're on sea. The internet's not there. Once you pour it out, there's no service.
That's fucking annoying. And don't you? I don't know. I feel like the three of us should pool our money together and get and meet up in Miami and go on the cruise.
It's one of me and Derek's things, but one day.
What?
It's me and Derek's thing, but one day.
You and Derek.
The cruise is me and Derek's thing, but one day we'll do one.
No, we have to. The three of us have to do this.
You want to do it?
Attention wrestling.
I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I might either try to cruise or I might try to get WrestleMania tickets. I don't know yet.
Guys, the three of us on the Jericho cruise. I mean, Derek can come along, but I think the three of us need to do this. Chuck, you don't see it?
I see it. Go
you
on the
don't
waiting
see
list.
how perfect it would be for the three of us to do it. You don't see how great for me to dress up as Rick and Nobody.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That'd be hilarious. And also, we would just get you very, very
right?
drunk. You'd be very, very drunk the entire time. As would Rod. Of something other than Coors Light.
You realize after I get done on that cruise, everyone in AEW and Ring of Honor will be screaming, Rick on Nobody. Clap, 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 clap.
Nobody.
After I do what I do on the cruise,
it'd be fun.
They'll want me to replace him.
You would be the new, and you'd go by Rick and Nobody.
I know.
It'd be hilarious.
I would just sit, you know what? Have me sit next to him commentate, and me just mock him the entire time.
Oh, what do you think? Unrelated, gentlemen, to anything, but I have to brag. I finally ordered off of Amazon a copy of the Macho Man Be a Man vinyl. I can't wait. I love that album.
Be a man.
What?
Hulk Hogan, be a man.
Be a man, Hogan. Come on, don't be scared. I know you're running from Macho. That's what I heard.
Speaking of funny stuff, hey, yeah, I tell you, I like the I got the Eddie Guerrero pop and I got the Rocky Maivia pop.
You are such a mark, Rod Hancock.
Play down, you.
Mister, I love Rocky Maivia, but I hate The Rock because he's a Hollywood sellout. Man, shoot.
Okay, I never said I hated The Rock, so let's not.
Rod likes all the fucking baby faces, but yeah, Rod, you gotta understand when they're heels, they're better.
No, that's not always the case.
Rod loved Jungle Boy. Now Rod's like, you betrayed me, Jack Perry.
Same thing he did with Bailey when she cut up the Bailey. The same thing he did with the when Bailey cut up the Bailey bunnies. He was that meme was actually Rod crying like a little baby.
I know.
Hey, Rod hasn't talked about Bailey since.
Rod was crying his eyes out when Cora Jade decided to be the resident mean girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Even though that was Danny Jordan's gimmick, but
yep. Danny Jordan, I miss that gimmick, and she had the whole burn book and everything. I miss that gimmick.
What the hell happened to her?
Probably working the Indies. Was she ever technically signed to AEW though? I don't think she was ever technically signed.
No, she never was. I think she was.
I think she just did her appearances. Hey, whatever. She was good though. Because she won so many matches in AEW. Let me tell you.
I don't know, dude. I feel like being on the Indies is different from being. If you watch the show, if you go to an indie and then you watch the same guys do what they do on the bigger platforms, it's a completely different animal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, everybody knows that. Absolutely, bro.
And the reason you're doing well on the indie, I mean, you're hustling, you're busting your ass. That's why you're making more money with the merch and shit.
That's why Cardona's actually making.
It's also a lot easier, you'll make a lot more in the indies now than you did like back in the 90s. That's for sure.
It depends on the indie, Rod.
I mean, Matt Cardona right now, him and what's her name, Stephanie.
Steph Delander, yeah, they're making great money.
They're doing great. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, indies have great wrestlers. I've met a hell of a lot of them, and I've talked to a lot of them. There's nothing wrong with the indies. I just feel like once you take that step,
right?
It's great. You're wrestling every weekend in different states, or for a company in a specific state, and it's. But how? I mean, come on. How awesome was it to see Kylan King? Kylan King was the CCW Women's Champion, even while doing some work here and there with AEW. But how great!
Right.
But hell, she got to go up against Camille Brickhouse for the what the fuck do they call what the fuck do they call, what's the nickname of the women's title? The Burke.
The Burke.
And how great is it to see fucking Kylan King win a title on a company like Impact. Impact is not anywhere that AEW is right now, but I mean, Impact was there a hell of a lot longer, but point is, Impact's a known company.
Yes, and plus Impact don't have a billion backing them up either, the way AEW does.
That's why AEW is the only reason that AEW is bigger than Impact is because of that. But again,
yes,
even though AEW is a way better product than Impact because they have that backing, though.
But if you're in, if you're in like, in South Florida, everyone's, the locals and the fans in Florida are going to love the mother loving Jake Tucker. But now everyone nationally knows who the fucking underboss is.
Right.
Because now that Stax is in NXT, people who knew him as Tucker can say, yeah, I knew that dude back when, but now it's like, look at him now.
Right. I get you. I agree.
I'm just saying, you know what? But that Matt Cardona is doing the opposite and being that
he's proving that you can do it. He's proving the point that you can reinvent yourself and do just as good on the indies as you can on TV. And he gets to make his own schedule. Like, I think that's the whole point.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, again, in being an indie wrestler is great, and then doing what Matt Cardona is doing is just as great. But
I love Matt Cardona right now, especially in GCW. It's killer. It's fucking fantastic. I love Matt Cardona.
A lot of these guys that are coming up, they want to be on AEW. They want,
right, because they want the fame, they want the money, and that's what they're going.
They just want to be in the business. I don't think it's fame. I think it's just being able to say
it's opportunity. Yeah, I think it's opportunity. It's conquest. I get it.
Being able to say, "Hey, I wrestled in front of millions of people on a Monday Night Raw," or a huge fucking crowd on Dynamite.
Right.
I think that's the fucking dream right there.
I agree.
But to be Matt Cardona and be the it's apparently it's the fucking RJ Chuck show, because I think Rod lost service.
Yeah, apparently it's storming by him.
I love what's going on in the indies. I love guys that are fucking busting their ass and
right.
But I also, and it's also, it gives Matt Cardona being on the indies also gives these companies that people may have never heard of, an opportunity as well. If Matt Cardona wrestles CCW, if Matt Cardona comes back to NYWC.
Right. We got to get him back on here. Yeah. We got to get Dirk back on here. Speaking of guests.
We do.
We got to get Dirk back on. I'll talk to him.
We have to get Dirk. But
Dirk loved Rod.
The point I'm making is.
And Dirk loved Rod. Rod was Dirk's.
Loved Rod except me. Wait, what? No.
We like Rod too. It's just that.
I know. I'm joking.
We don't love Rod. It's true. You can't hate Rod. It's hard.
I mean, look, Jackal Stevens.
Right.
He is like he's a big. He's on in CCW, and I know he's probably wrestled in other promotions as well. But how awesome would it be to see this dude? I mean, we saw Cha Cha Charlie or Charlie James wrestle on Dark when everyone was going Cha Cha. How great would it be to see Jackal Stevens in Ring of Honor? I'm just saying these guys.
I agree. Well, that's what that's why the indies are important, is to bring those guys into Ring of Honor and then build them for AEW. That's how it should be.
But I also, I mean, I miss Matt Cardona on TV, even though.
Me too, but he's doing great.
I'd like to see GCW on TV.
I mean, you can find the streams. That's how I watch them. I watch the streams, but
aren't they just like pay-per-views, or are they actually?
They're like events. They're like fight events. They're kind of like they charge them like pay-per-views.
But but it's like what
right.
TNA was doing in the beginning, right?
Kinda, yeah. Similar, not exactly, but similar.
And kind of like but is it a weekly show, or are they just special pay-per-view events?
I think it's just periodic events. That's what I feel.
But see, if you do a weekly show with GCW,
I'm sure it probably is close to weekly. I don't know how frequently it runs. I just, when I see them pop up, I watch them. It's like, I'm curious. I don't watch them often, but
maybe it'll be more over than NWA and even Impact. Who knows? Maybe. Because GCW's got the King of Hardcore and.
Right.
I mean, Moxley was on there for a bit.
Moxley's still here sometimes on there. Joey Janela's there.
Marco Stunt's there.
Yeah, Sean Waltman's there.
Nick Wayne was there.
He was, yeah. Yeah, he was good on there too.
My point is, look at AEW. No one knew. All people knew was this new revolutionary company. Why can't GCW now be the next? You know what I mean?
Because they don't have the same financial backing AEW did. You don't have a Tony Khan or the Khan artists, you know?
I think Impact could be where they are. They just need, I guess they need a better platform.
Maybe.
And better the writing's not that great. That's the problem.
What?
It's like they put more effort into making their pay-per-views amazing, but their TV shows are not as good as their pay-per-views.
Who is this, Impact?
Yes, and because you're watching it on like some network that is hard to find on a fucking cable package.
Well, plus, a lot of cable packages don't have Impact. That's, even though I was never like overly into Impact, when I would give chances again, I would always, when they changed networks so much, I after a while I didn't have the service. I'm like, I can't even watch this.
That's the problem. That's the problem, because it's hard to find. Oh, you can watch it on YouTube if you pay 99 cents. I mean, that's one way to do it, because like, Ring of Honor, you have to Honor Club, you have to pay to watch that.
Right.
See, I don't like that because, again, I believe Ring of Honor would be great if you had them on a weekly television schedule. Just make sure the writing's great.
Well, the thing with Ring of Honor is that, again, because they have the Honor Club, they cut costs that way. That's why they do that. It's a way to save money. I think that's the only reason they do that. It's a way for them to save money. That's like anything else.
Money. It is a way, it is a way to bring new. But is it a way to, if they lower the cost, maybe?
Maybe.
I mean, yes, you get a whole library of Ring of Honor, but you know what? I would like to rewatch old episodes of Dynamite. You used to be able to do that on BR Network, but I don't think you can find it anymore.
I don't know. I'm sure if you like dig back, you can probably find them now. It's tricky, but one day you'll have that. It's still new enough, but you'll have it.
Because I would love to revisit like all the Dynamites,
Right.
It's a shame that AEW Dark went the way it went, because, again, as we said earlier, that's how a lot of these guys who haven't been used were getting recognition. now Ring of Honor is that platform, but I don't know. I'm just going around in circles. But what's now? Where the fuck is Rod?
I'm trying to find out if apparently his storm is lonking. I'm thinking if we can't get him back, we put a pin in this one. We continue with.
I want to put a pin in it because I gotta eat my lunch. I have to clean my bathroom from the debris from the ceiling.
Oh shit! You're still working on that. Damn, that's true.
Ceiling, listeners and viewers.
Yes.
All 5 of you, or how many there are.
Right.
But yeah, there's a big hole in my fucking bathroom ceiling, and I still gotta finish cleaning it. I did the bulk of it, but and then I'm gonna do some other shit that I want to get done. But what's next? We got what's the name of the pay-per-view coming up for Ring of Honor?
Hang on, let me get it up. I'm gonna get all of them. Hang on a second. I'm gonna put them all up. We'll go down. Yeah, we'll see what all the next ones are.
If fucking Rod was here, he'd say it.
He would know immediately. Yeah, no, I'm usually pretty good, but I'm trying to remember what month is what month.
Something. Well, obviously the word honor. It's on the 21st.
I'll double check it. Hang on, I'll tell you.
Dishonor.
Death Before Dishonor. Yeah, that's what I said. It's probably Death Before. Yeah, it's 21st. Death Before Dishonor. That's going to be a good card. I'll run down that. Let's what's on that so far. Claudio against the Be Determined champion. Samoa Joe, Dalton Castle, like we said. Athena Willow for the ROH Women's title. Shibata and Daniel Garcia for the Pure title. That's all it's announced so far for that.
I think if Rod gets his wish and Garcia and Guevara get their apparently Rod's having bad luck getting back on. Win their matches, maybe Daniel Garcia will be a double champion.
Maybe we'll see.
But also, I don't know. There's a problem right now.
What's that?
Because Guevara was on his way to be a top face again, and now he's kind of back to being in the heel.
Well, they're also doing a lot of weird teasing with the Jericho Appreciation Society now with Jericho, with Don Callis.
The Don Callis family. So is the Blackpool Combat Club part of this family now?
I don't know. I don't know if it's official yet.
Because, Callis has been there for, with them.
I know, it's hard to say.
For Takeshita and whatnot, but.
Yeah. Maybe it's loosely affiliated. I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know. I'm just, you watch it, you wonder, okay, where is this going? I feel like anything that Jericho is involved with has a good purpose. I don't see.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Jericho is involved in anything he does.
Yeah, he's got a lot of input. Yeah, no, because he's smart to the business. He's smart to things. That's why I feel like what he does usually does well. Because if you ever notice,
Jericho kind of has his own creative.
Yeah. Well, Jericho also is smart enough to know that there's also much shelf life to anything you do in wrestling, and that's why he keeps spinning the wheel. Always. So if you noticed, he doesn't really keep any gimmick even still for not that long.
No, he doesn't.
Even when he goes back to the Painmaker, they're one-offs.
Do you think JAS has been around long enough? What has it been, a year?
About a year, give or take.
But here's my question. JAS splits off. What happens to Hager? What happens to Anna?
Unfortunately, Hager is forever lost in the shuffle. I feel like aside from being a bodyguard, Hager doesn't do anything.
He's got that hat.
And he gave it to Jericho the other night, so who knows where that's going.
That's kind of that. See, that bothers me because, Colt Cabana, when he was with the Dark Order, that was great. And now that's gone, and he's not, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Right.
But I think the three of them, Garcia, Parker, and Menard, those three can do things. I mean, obviously Guevara. So those four, but what happens to does Anna Jay have a bigger angle now? You know what? Put her with fucking Perry.
Right.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah, put her with Perry. Give her the heel run with Perry. Exactly. I agree.
But take the Jungle Boy name away. Oh, actually, we have an opportunity right now.
Oh, what's that?
Let's talk about Collision.
Let's do it quick.
So
and then we'll put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Collision. If you want to talk about it, let's do it.
Fine. Willow Nightingale winning the women's match. You know, I mean, it puts Ruby Soho in. Yeah, you lost 2 years in a row, but now you can be bitter even more, and your heel character can now generate more heat.
Right, exactly. I think that's why they had her. That's why they had her lose.
I think Willow Nightingale deserves to be in this spot more than, because she's someone from the Indies who had some time in Ring of Honor and who's killing it in AEW.
True.
This is Willow Nightingale's time. Ricky Starks, he had I mean, if you were a diehard wrestling fan, you know what he did in NWA.
He was good there.
But let him do what he's doing now, whether or not they're making him a heel or not, because they obviously teased that with him grabbing the ropes and him like ripping the title out of Jushin Liger.
I know, but he's so over that I'm surprised they're turning him heel again. But we'll see.
Again, there's a reason, but like the whole thing with Taya Valkyrie last night, even though the fucking satellite killed half the match, they showed what happened.
Yeah.
Toni Storm won with interference from Soho, but that keeps Taya Valkyrie as a face.
Yeah,
but is it going to do her any good? Because the whole thing with her and Statlander had some traction, even though she lost to Statlander.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what does that do? Is she now going to chase the title from Storm?
Right.
I want to believe in my head that Tony Khan has a reason for things he's doing and is not being, WWE-ish or WW-ish.
I don't think he is. I think it's hard to say because everybody hates on Tony Khan. I have no issue with Tony Khan. I think he's trying too hard to compete with WWE, that he'll do WWE-esque things to compete with them, but I don't think it's the same.
But I also feel like you have other guys like Jericho in there to be like, no, let's do it this way.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I feel like Khan gives a lot of people shots and chances. Like when they say, hey, I want to try this, Khan will say, let's do it.
Tony Khan gives wrestlers a little more creative freedom than like Vince and WWE would. Vince and WWE, even with Triple H, even though he still believes it, he's still very much like, he's like, look, we need you to do this. Like Triple H will tap more into their realness, whereas Vince, like, we need you to do this.
Yeah, we need you to become a manager and rhyme with your old name and be ridiculous and, oh, I don't like you anymore. Goodbye. Right. When Triple H is, hey, LA Knight, get the fuck back here.
Right. Well, that was the whole LA Knight push is Triple H because Vince, when he was manager, he was worried about his age.
Wait,
the second Vince goes away, Max Dupree is now LA Knight again. He's the most over thing on fucking roster.
And he's doing great now, even with that asshole back in his own company.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying LA Knight.
Because he's over. He's been over.
But he's a great guy. Cesaro, a.k.a. Claudio.
Right.
With the Cesaro section. And now, I mean, Claudio Castagnoli is now this, this proud champion for Ring of Honor and, and part of the Blackpool Combat Club with Jon Moxley being an asshole.
Yeah.
It's what he's doing. He's being an asshole.
And you got Willie Yuta killing it. It's great.
They're all doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Right, and that's what matters, and that's what it
But
should
the
be.
thing is, at the end of the day, you might hate Moxley on TV, but he wants all these other guys to go over.
He does. They all do. Moxley, I like Moxley in I don't like him in AEW because okay, I've seen this already now. It gets stale. But when he goes to GCW New Japan, it's actually pretty good. He does good stuff there. It's just because it's not as okay. It's the same because I feel like he's redundant on AEW.
I hate to say it, as much as I hate him, Punk is putting people over.
I know. He put Ricky Starks over.
As much as he has his attitude pissed me off.
He is putting guys over. My whole thing is, I get it from a humane point why people don't like Punk. I can even agree to a point. But my thing as a fan is I love seeing Punk as a character on my TV.
I don't because after what he did, he just comes off like an obnoxious piece of shit. But the fact, and I loved, I'm not going to lie, I loved him being booed every time he did a Hart move. Every time he paid tribute to Bret Hart and the crowd just...
I know, the fans hated that.
I loved it.
What I hated was the fact that fucking Rick and Nobody, he did another Hart move. It was he had to do the point he was tributing to
we already know he's fucking annoying.
And he just drove it home with having to repeat that he did a Bret Hart move. Every move he did.
Adhere to, Hart move. Hart move is the new adhere to. I don't...
It was the other night. It was last night.
No shit.
It was last night. But
you know what though? But you know what? I mean, for those who aren't familiar with Hart, I mean, it is the Stampede, Calgary Stampede.
Yep.
But yeah, I think, and his stupid rapping, I was like, dude, enough of it. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not into it. I don't hate Rick Body as bad as others, but it's annoying.
I mean, I'm just happy that the crowd was booing the shit out of Punk.
Right.
I just love it because it's like, Punk, you're not as well liked as you think you are anymore.
Right.
It's like learn from the, every action has a consequence, and you fucking, and that's your consequence now. People think you're a piece of shit, and you're made to look like a piece of shit right now. So put as many guys over as you want, but right now, based on what you did at that media scrum, you look like...
There are a lot of people who hate him, but there are fans who still love him, like me. So it's you get both.
Yeah, like
you get both. There are guys who still love him.
Out in Chicago. Boo hoo hoo! Punk is back. Boo hoo hoo! Fuck you.
He's so over though. He is still over in certain areas.
Yeah, but he is over in certain... Well, I know that the crowd was cheering him I think on last weekend, but this weekend...
No, Canada, they don't like him.
Calgary fucking hated him. I heard more cheers than boos last weekend, but Calgary fucking hates him.
Depends on where they go with him, but that's what they can do some cool stuff with him if they do it right.
New York's always hated him.
Who?
New York.
Just me. New York, yeah, they hate him.
New York fucking, yeah. Even when I actually had respect for Punk, people were booing the shit out of him in Long Island.
Depends on what time in this era, yeah. Except for the pipe bomb. Everyone was going apeshit when he did the pipe bomb.
Everyone loved the pipe bomb, but now I think that tell me I'm telling lies, is you are telling a lie. You fucking got stripped of the title. And it wasn't really just a storyline. You fucking started a backstage brawl with guys you shouldn't have fucking talked shit about, because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be a part of AEW. AEW wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the fucking Kenny Omega. Yes, Cody had a big part to do with it. Yes, Chris Jericho has a big part to do with it, but so do those three.
Right, exactly. And I agree. The Bucks and Kenny are AEW in a lot of ways.
Correct. Adam Page. Hangman.
Hangman's there the guy, but again,
And you know what? Oh, Hangman's doing his own. It wants to do his own business. No, well, Hangman has a right to do it. You know what? If you're being an asshole in the locker room and Hangman's going to bring it up, so be it.
right?
Hangman wants to keep AEW away from you, so be it. That's a good fucking promo because you're not an AEW guy.
No.
Whether you like it or not, you are a WWE guy.
Yeah.
Yes, you started in Ring of Honor, but most people know you because of AEW, WWE.
Well, that goes for a lot of guys in AEW.
What?
That goes for a lot of guys in AEW, but that one especially, I agree. Yes, so carry on.
That one especially. I mean, what's his name? Keith Lee. Keith Lee knows Keith Lee knows his spot. Fucking Swerve knows.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, these guys, I hate to say it, even though Moxley knows his spot.
Yeah, they know they're AEW guys. They know.
Moxley knows who needs to go over and who needs to take a back seat.
Yeah. Right.
Miro does. Miro shouldn't. I want to see more stuff being done with Miro, even though Scorpio Sky needs to. To me, he is AEW. Yes, he's Ring of Honor at AEW, but I don't know. Anything to add? I mean, we don't have.
We got no Rod. I think we should put a pin in it. We hit the key points of the shows last night. I think we're good.
Oh, we didn't talk about the fact that the Lance Archer Cassidy match was really good. I feel
it was good. You're right.
But maybe Archer should have gone over because we haven't really seen him in a while. We see him here and there.
But I think that was a good call because I feel like they're still high on Orange Cassidy. So I think it was ultimately the right call, even though Archer could have went over.
I mean, Cassidy's been going well for a while, but after a while, though, if Cassidy doesn't want that Cena heat.
Yeah. True.
Because the longer he does it, soon people are going to start getting sick and tired of him.
That's true. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm kind of like over Orange Cassidy, but so I guess I can agree with that. I'm a little over him. I like him, but I'm over it.
Yeah, he was. You know what? It was great. But now he's really, to me, he's like, just like when Moxley was, to me, getting that Cena heat.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, yeah, Moxley carried the company when that piece of shit who was injured. No, he was just a piece of shit.
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about my guy Punk. I know.
Answer Master Punk, yes.
Hater.
Hey, I said he put people over, but that doesn't mean I'm excusing him for his fucking asshole behavior and him being the reason that AEW's locker room was sour. Although Guevara, you have to take some responsibility for your actions too. Andrade shouldn't have been out as long as he have, and it's his fault because you picked a fight with him. And,
right, I agree.
And you know what? To be fair,
the problem is
wrong. Rod's wrong.
Why?
Guevara also got rewarded for his bad behavior.
Oh yeah, he did actually.
Okay, they gave him shit for that whole Sasha Banks thing that happened years before he was in AEW. But how about the shit he pulled while in AEW? The Kingston Guevara match was postponed, but after what happened to Andrade,
right?
We didn't see Andrade off TV. We didn't see Andrade on TV, but we saw a hell of a lot of Guevara.
Yeah, we did.
Where was his punishment for starting?
Exactly. No, I agree. But again, I hate to say it. This is where AEW gets it wrong. Is that they behind the curtains they play favorites too.
They do play favorites.
They play favorites, and Guevara's a favorite. That's the problem. So Guevara can do whatever he wants, and it's like, oh yeah.
I mean, they do and they don't because Guevara has had some like downtime too. But I mean,
But for
after
the
the
most
thing
part,
was
they
Ronnie
gets
into the main event picture.
right. Exactly. I agree with you.
But after the shit that Punk pulled, he's now on a TV show where he's the main event every fucking week,
good for
whether or
him.
not he wins or loses.
Ratings.
But where's Punk saying, you know what, I was a piece of shit, and no, he's going to
Ratings.
say, yo, the fuck the Bucks. That's what he's going to say.
No, as a person, the nature of the guy like Punk is he never holds himself accountable for his actions. That's the problem. People have those attitudes. They don't. It's because they're not holding themselves accountable. They don't see where they're wrong in a situation.
He was fucking wrong.
Maybe
that reporter who I believe was Nick Hausman. I believe it was him. I believe the asshole.
I mean, he was kind of trying to stir shit anyway, so it was kind of his fault too.
I believe it. I believe that guy didn't get and I believe that's who it was. My opinion is that's who it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Right.
If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know. I can't comment.
I don't believe that unless that guy's banned from media scrums. I don't see I don't see how else to be punished other than don't let him come to do these events anymore.
Right. I agree.
Because in a way, he kind of pulled the trigger on CM Punk. But I think CM Punk's sour behavior in the locker room was long before the media scrum.
There's probably truth to that. So you're probably right. But I'm glad he's back.
I think Adam Page is off script. If that what Punk's calling is, going into business for himself, there's got to be some locker room issues going on for that to happen.
There has to be, of course. I mean, every company has locker room issues. They all have them. WWE's got them. I'm sure NWA has them to a point. I'm sure. Impact has them.
You mean the owner of the company firing a guy who chose to give 6 month notice, and then deciding, oh, I don't like that you did that. I'm going to suspend you and fire. No, I'm going to fire you now.
Right.
Fucking the way Billy Corgan handled Nick Aldis was fucking wrong.
Oh, I agree.
And that's one of the reasons I stopped watching NWA because and the other part is I just stopped caring.
There's too much to watch, and for me, NWA doesn't grab me the way AEW does, or New Japan does, or even WWE does. It doesn't grab me the same.
So we've been on for a while. Let's put a pin on it.
Let's put the pin on this. Yes, it's been a good chat. We're sorry that Rod's technical service with his storms stifled it, but we did get to touch on your key points. He can watch his wrestling now.
Yes,
and see what happened.
He can watch his wrestling. Also, yeah, he can watch his wrestling, and we got to talk a little bit more about the stuff that we didn't get to talk about earlier.
That he missed.
That he missed. Also, on a final note, while people are probably like, RJ, shut the fuck up. Hey,
RJ, shut the fuck up. I'm kidding.
I talk over people. I don't get. You know what? I
do it too. It's fine.
I'm a fucking bad guy. Fuck you. I don't know. Go ahead, Chuck.
I just wanted to do that. No, carry on.
That's fine. It. We'll put. We ended the show the way we started the last episode.
Yeah.
No
Rod. Where's Rod? Part 2.
Where's Rod?
Like always, I am Chucky Hashi, the CL Chuck.
521. I'm the reason that main event is still on the air. Wait, what?
Oh, pipe down,
pipe down. I can't even do a Rod voice.
It's just you gotta know. Hey, stop hating.
Yeah, stop hating.
Pipe down.
Such a hater.
Such a damn degenerate.
Here we go.
Oh my God. All right. But on that note, it's been fun, everybody. I am again Chucky Hashi.
RJ fucking show.
And as always, we're forever just 2 Sweet.